What is going on, everyone? Bruce here, and welcome back to the channel. I've been getting a lot of questions recently asking me about how people should be setting up their teams for the Abyss and what they should be doing gear-wise. And I just want to make a really short video pretty much explaining what you should be doing from Adventure Rank 20 and on. Just a quick overview on correctly gearing your characters in this game and progression-wise. So from once you start the game, pretty much until end game, you always just want to be focusing on leveling up your stats. So the best way to do this, of course, is from gear. While leveling your characters is going to help out with just increasing their base stat increase and allowing you to level talents and such. Nothing increases your character stats and pretty much how they're going to be played as much as their gear. So from when you start the game, you just want to go ahead and start finding artifacts that increase your character stats the most. The things that you want to focus on early game are always going to be your feathers, since they offer a just straight damage increase. Pair this with a character who is going to be doing your main damage for whatever it may be when it comes to casting or just from dealing damage in general with their weapon. Like in the case of my Razor, the best thing to do early game when I first unlock him and I'm a decently low adventure rank, only be able to level him to 40, would be increasing the feather. You can also see an example of this on my free-to-play account, where I have my Kea, and the highest level artifact I have for him is the feather. This is so that his stat is high as possible and I can start making use of attack percentage. Of course, once you get into the other pieces of gear, I'm talking about your timepiece, your chalice, and your headpiece. You're always going to want to look for whatever is going to fit the character the most. In the case of my damage dealers, it's going to end up being attack percent or crit. I would recommend going for a kind of mix of both. If your substats on your gear can end up being crit rate, then go for a berserker set and a gladiator set. When you're not aiming for sets earlier game and you're just aiming for your stats increases, always just aim for attack percent. Everything else is just a kind of nice bonus. If you can get a set, that's really nice. The easiest way to get a set would of course be coming from your flower and your feather. The sets you get from your other pieces are bonuses, but just focus on the attack percent, crit rate, elemental mastery, whatever you're building for instead. The set bonuses from these are going to end up being lower than whatever the just straight stat increase per piece is. So as you're funneling one character through your early game progression and having them get you through your content, you're going to go ahead and continue increasing their level. Once your gear is at a high enough point that you're clearing content with almost that character alone, you can begin focusing on leveling and gearing up your second character. If you end up getting set pieces that also increase the stat that you're aiming for, you can use the gear that you were using on your main character and just throw it on another character. Once you have your other characters geared and you're replacing the gear with your main character and just increasing their strength, this will allow you to just have the easiest progression throughout the game. You're trying to spread your resources and level up all your characters instead of just upgrading one at a time and making them as strong as possible. You're just going to stunt your own progress because most of your characters are just going to be around average strength without being able to overpower your enemies easily. Once your one character is able to get through content super easily, it's much easier to get the gear you need for the other characters. That's all I really have for this video. I am working on a super in-depth gear guide to try and explain how to go through all stages of the game from early to late game. It is practically just a very in-depth version of this game, of this guide, explaining how to do it on a character-to-character basis, what to be aiming for, where to be farming your sets, and things like that. If you want to see that when that comes out, you can subscribe to the channel. I do plan on making that very soon. If you enjoy the content I make, please like and please comment. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Whenever I'm not making content for this game, I will just be streaming, hanging out. So if you want to go and see that, you can find me on Twitch under the same channel name. All I have for you guys right now, and I will see you all in the next video.